Welcome to Unit 1. We really enjoyed getting to know you all in the orientation unit and hearing a little bit about where everyone's from and your backgrounds and experiences. Now in Unit 1, we're really ready to dig into the content and start learning together about the foundational reading skills.
So in Unit 1, we're going to explore two big questions. First, we're going to ask, what is academic language? And as we work together to build an answer to this question, we're going to be reviewing important content related to the kinds of language and language structures that we want to help our elementary children build in our classrooms. And the second big question is, how do you build children's language knowledge in K-3 classrooms? So in pursuing that question, we'll be thinking about some important, practical, effective ideas for how we can cultivate language knowledge when we work with children. So as you know, we have organized this course using a framework around the core elements in teaching foundational reading in K-3 classrooms. And as we reviewed in the orientation to this MOOC Ed, there are many different elements that are incorporated into the teaching of reading, and this unit focuses on several of those important areas.
So this unit, as you can see, focuses really on language and vocabulary. But of course, as we talked about before, those components are related to all of the other components that are important to teaching reading in the K-3 classroom. In this unit, we're going to begin by reading Recommendation 1 from the practice guide. And as we talked about, that practice guide is based on research, so there's a lot to digest there. So we'll have the rest of the activities to help you kind of dig into that recommendation, figure out what skills your students need to know, and how to foster those skills in the classroom. The next thing you'll do is have a chance to try it out yourself as a learner and see what your students experience when they're grappling with some of this language content. And then you'll get to look into classrooms and see how teachers are fostering these skills with their students through research-based activities.
And in addition to having a chance to discuss with your colleagues some of the things that you notice and learn from those videos, you'll also have a chance to engage in a discussion around some big issues or lingering questions related to how we build academic language in classrooms. After that, you'll hear from our expert panel, and they will provide some interesting insights from their review of the research related to language knowledge in the elementary classroom. And then finally, you will demonstrate your learning by analyzing and producing some artifacts that really show off your new teaching knowledge that you've developed from this MOOC Ed unit. And of course, we'll also have resources for digging deeper that you can look at if you're interested in really diving in more to some of the content that you've encountered here.